What's up, y'all? Entropy here. Welcome back to Freeport Tech Marlins Dynasty. This week we got Navy on the road, which is going to be quite the experience for our defense going against that patented triple option offense. But before we get into the game, one quick thing I want to show you with recruiting. So in the last episode, we tried hard selling on Acho. As you can see, did not get a lot of progress with the quarterback, so I flipped him back to just send the house because it'll get us more of a boost. We just need him to commit already, and then we will have these points freed up to spend elsewhere, which would be nice. Another update, Caesar, who we put 25 points into the running back from Texas that we're going after. As you can see, didn't gain really any ground on Sam Houston, but we are in this race, so if we can. So I bumped his points up to 50 just to see if we can kind of chase Sam Houston down. No one else is going after Antonio Bickley, so he could comfortably kind of be our backup option at the running back spot. But we're going to try and get Caesar just because he looks like a much better player. As we went over in the last episode, he comes in with 90 speed and some very well-rounded abilities, whereas Bickley, 89 speed, nothing to sneeze at. But I think Caesar will come in and be a better player off rip. So we're going to try and chase down Sam Houston in that race. Ben Maggio, we got 10 points into him just to kind of keep that going. Not a lot of competition. We also saw that Tyron Davis is now our lone target at the tackle position. I've got 25 points into him because I really want to try and create more of a gap there. Get him to that top 5, and then try and focus on maybe hard selling or something like that with him. So that's where I'm at with him. But these 15 hours that I have left over, I'm going to put into a visit with Devon Tam, or Devon Tam, however it would be pronounced. And as you can see, Tulane has more of an edge with us on a week-to-week basis, but they for some reason scheduled his visit for week 14. So what we're going to do is, and another nice thing about this game is that because he's local to us, he's from Killeen, Texas, he's only going to cost 15 hours to schedule a visit. So what we're going to do is we're going to schedule him for next week for our game against Florida Atlantic. And they are a higher tier opponent than us, which, I mean, who isn't, let's be honest. And we're going to bring him in. If we win the game somehow, that'll be a huge boost for us. Our best grade for him is conference prestige, so we're going to give him a trophy tour. May not be a good idea because we don't have any trophies here at Freeport Tech yet. But we are going to get that visit on the books. Hopefully we can get a big boost just from having him visit in general. And then if that is the case, we can hopefully lock him up and keep him away from Tulane, who is trying to chase us down in this recruitment. Dante Korn, the other offensive guard we're going after, as we saw at the end of the last episode, he's very close to committing, but we're not getting a ton of movement from him week to week. As you can see, our darker shaded bar is not super wide, so it may take a few weeks for him to commit still, even though we're so close. So he might be a guy I consider trying to bring in for a visit. Maybe we won't be able to schedule him for week 6 next week, but maybe for that week 8 game. Week 8 week, I should say, because we're on bye, but kind of not sure on that one. What else did we see? We saw Kennedy reach his top 5, so we switched to hard selling on him. Again, we're the only guy going after him. Marquez Vic, same, very similar story, reached his top 5. We're the only team going after him, so good there. And then Paul Freeney, that gem safety, we're still the only team going after him. He's closing in on his top 3, so we're in a lot of just kind of wait and see for a lot of these guys at the moment. So, and by wait and see, I basically mean just wait, because at the moment we're the only school really pursuing any of them. So it's a weird spot right now in the world of recruiting. Hopefully we can get a few commitments. Hopefully Acho can be maybe the first one, and we can kind of start spreading more points around as the dominoes fall. But that's where we're at for this week, and we'll kind of see how it goes. This week we'll be going with the all whites, but we're going to swap over to the chrome blue helmet on top. I've also been running the multiple playbook, but knowing that Navy's going to be coming at us with that option, we're going to switch to a 4-3 multiple, which will still give us flexibility, but I'm going to probably want to try to run with 4 down linemen most of the time. Ooh, look at the flyover. I mean, you can barely see it because it's at night. There we go. We can kind of see the silhouettes of the planes. Oh, wow. It's an event playing at Navy. Oh, this is so cool. I love the cinematics and stuff like this for all the unique entrances for all these teams. It really just kind of adds to it because the atmosphere of college football, in my opinion, is what makes college football so awesome. So it's so cool how much work they put into doing it and making it look super cool. Here come the Midshipmen, and here come the Marlins at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, I guess it's called. And there is the goat, or the ram, whatever it is called. And there is, I saw him there, Horvath, the quarterback, who is going to be our arch nemesis in this game. And let's see, we will be starting with the ball. Misfires and missed targets last week, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. I remember the first time that came up, I said that was a little bit harsh. I would say that is a fair thing to throw on the screen after last week's performance, unfortunately. All right, Jalen Brooks did exit last week's game with an injury. Good to see him back on the field. We'll see if he can get it going a little better this week. He struggled on the ground against Charlotte. I don't know if their defense just keyed in on the run game or what. We couldn't get much of anything going on offense. Hopefully we have better luck today. Send a tight end Wallace in motion here. We're going to throw a screen to Brooks the other direction. If the blocking holds, this could be good, and he got chased down from behind by Eli Oatsball, I think that said. And it's going to bring a 3rd and 2. I feel like running up the middle hasn't been super effective in short yardage situations, so we're actually going to try and go wide here. And Brooks does have a lane, finds the seam, and gets out to the 35, and that's a big first down. Play action to Brooks this time. Tried to throw it over to Taylor, and that really should have been intercepted. I ended up kind of throwing that off his back foot, and that was a terrible idea, knowing McAllister's back there at quarterback. Oh, terrible pass by McAllister, and that is going to be, once again, incomplete. There's a flag on the play. I know our quarterback got hurt or hit late, but no, it is going to be a holding against the offense, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 20. I assume they accepted it. As there are McAllister stats on the season, not very good. Completion percentage in the 50s, more picks than touchdowns. It's been a rough go, to say the least. Taylor, the man in motion, and the ball is on the ground. McAllister fumbled it. It's picked up by an offensive lineman, and McAllister is actually injured on the play as he's, what the crap is he? McAllister went ice skating after getting injured, and because it was a fumble and a loss of yards, it's going to bring up 3rd and 38. I don't know if I've ever even seen yards to gain that big in all my time playing this game. Kentrell Stokes is on the field now due to McAllister getting injured, and we're going to just chuck up a prayer to none other than Blake Dalton, who almost came down with it, but then threw it over the back of his head. McAllister, listed as having a bruised shoulder, will return soon, but there's no option to keep him in the game. So obviously Stokes will come in, and we'll see how long it takes McAllister to recover from that. That is really not what I wanted. McAllister hasn't been very good for us this year, obviously, but you never like to see your starting quarterback get hurt on the first drive of the game. As here comes Blake Horvath, who has only attempted 17 passes on the season. Go figure. Through their 3 games, so I'm not looking forward to playing against this offense. And there is the almighty flex bone formation for Navy here. Horvath keeps it and loses a yard. If he had gotten that pitch off, that could have been much worse, but fortunately he did not. Oh my gosh, look at this defensive set. Everybody near the line of scrimmage. We got 6 dudes down on the line and 3 that could be qualified as in the box, and we destroy the fullback dive inside. And they're going to have to probably think about throwing it here, believe it or not, even though it is Navy we're talking about. 3rd and 12. If we can get them off the field, that would be absolutely massive. These Service Academy teams are not teams you can afford to get behind on the scoreboard against, because they will just chew the entire game out, and you'll be suddenly you've only had 3 possessions the entire game or something like that, you know. Fortunately, we are able to get a stop there. The play kind of happened because I couldn't get my point across quick enough, and their punt is not very good, so our starting field position is going to be very solid for our second drive of the game. And Kentrell Stokes is still on the field, so it looks like it's going to be his show on this drive. We're going to start with a handoff to Brooks, and he didn't get anywhere. Giuseppe Sessi got hurt, one of Navy's defensive players, and not a good start to the drive. Stokes with the keeper. Can he get to the outside? He actually can. Can he get the first? He cannot, and it's going to be 3rd and inches. Brooks gets the carry and gets the first down. Okay, I'm going to bet on them getting a little aggressive, trying to stop the run, and we're going to call a play action pass here. Oh gosh, the defense got in there immediately, and no one's open, so Stokes makes a smart decision and just throws that away. Another keeper for Stokes. Blocking is very good, and he's got room to run. Kentrell Stokes down the left sideline, stiff-arming defenders, and he's down inside the 30, and Jalen Brooks injured on the play. He didn't even touch the ball. We just faked it to him. I guess he probably still got hit by the defense, and he's proving to be kind of injury-prone in this series, which is disappointing because he's definitely our best running back. You hate to see him keep missing time due to injury. Stokes seems to be doing okay in terms of wear and tear, which is good. And it's a handoff to Marquise Taylor, who subbed in for Brooks, and he doesn't get anywhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Bruised ribs will return soon. All right, Taylor will man the backfield for now. Travis Miller will likely see more time as well due to the injury. We're going to run play action to him. Stokes is going to have to roll, and no one's open, so we're going to throw it away. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Well, Stokes is moving the ball down the field, but he is 0 for 3 passing the ball, so hasn't been very good through the air. Let's see if we can get a conversion here. Montgomery, good break, or not a good break is what I was trying to say, unfortunately. He did make the catch, though, which is nice, but we are going to settle for the field goal and see if we can make this. Man, the meter's moving pretty fast for about a 30, I think it's a 39-yard field goal officially. Kick is up, and kick is good. I keep forgetting our kicker's name. Grant Sullivan, maybe, I think it is. But he puts us on the board first, and we're up 3-0 on the Midshipmen in the first quarter. Navy comes out once again in the flexbone formation. I would expect nothing less. This time it's a sweep, and this time they do get 5 yards. The first good play of the game so far for them. This time coming out in the shotgun, so a little more diversity in their formations, but Horvath has a big gain down the sideline. Oh my gosh, he broke the tackle. He's still going. Blake Horvath down the sideline. He will not tuck the ball away, but he doesn't fumble it, so who cares what he's doing? And it's, dang it, man. And just like that, with one big running play off a speed option, Navy is all of a sudden inside our 10-yard line, just like that. And they run it inside. We keep them to a gain of 1 as the first quarter is coming to a close here. Navy off the board so far, but they're threatening right now as soon as we get the lead. As soon as we get the lead, they suddenly just, boom, big play for Navy, and they're inside our 10. Fake to the fullback, and they are all over Horvath in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of about 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. I never know what to call in situations like this against service academies, because it's like, how conservative do I really want to be? I mean, I have to imagine they're throwing right. Yes, they are. Horvath drops back over the middle, batted down. I believe it was Landon Briggs who got a hand on it, and Navy is going to have to settle for the field goal. That was a huge play by the linebacker to get a hand on that, because that receiver was there for the touchdown. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. Navy successfully ties it up here in the early stages of the second quarter. Ooh, Richardson found a seam down the left sideline. Huge return, and he's out at midfield. The Marlins going to have great starting field position thanks to that. Huge return from Jamal Richardson. As Kentrell Stokes still on the field, and I need to fix my camera because I kicked that field goal earlier. And so we're going to start with an option play. They once again crash in on the running back, and this time they're a little more ready for Stokes to keep it, and he loses 1. Play action. Gosh, they were ready for that run too. Tried to get to Dalton on the drag, but that was just going to be too tough of a pass for Stokes to make. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Ooh, can Stokes maybe beat him to the edge? No, he can't. And it's going to be short of the line to game, but we're at their 43-yard line, so yeah, we're definitely going to go for this. I'm glad they didn't suggest a punt. I was going to be kind of annoyed by that. I'd love for Stokes to complete a pass at some point, but it just hasn't happened yet. Now would be a great time to do it, as Tanner Brooks' hand, it was there for the taking. It was going to be a tough catch for him to make with the defender right there, but Stokes just missed him. And it's going to be a turnover on downs, and Navy will be getting the ball right back close to midfield, right back out in the flex bone, and up to the fullback up the middle. Gets about 4, and DeAndre White injured on the play. We're starting to drop like flies. That's our 3rd injury in this game. Horvath with the little keeper. Wyatt Foster able to get in there and make the stop. It's going to bring up 3rd down. These short yard situations is where the Service Academy is tough to stop. And we do actually stop when the fullback stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. DeAndre White has a foot sprain, so we'll substitute Reed Harmon. And as they do, they're going to go for it on 4th down here. We're going to bet that they're going to be running this. It's just a matter of where they're going to try and go. Trying to draw us off sides, maybe? It's a fake to the fullback and the pitch to the running back. Can we make the stop? Yes, we can! Wyatt Foster brings him down. I don't know why they're telling us about DeAndre White again, but that's a huge stop for the defense, and we're going to be getting the ball back right at midfield, basically. Stokes still on the field, so maybe McAllister's injury is worse than I initially thought, because he has yet to come back in the game here. And Brooks just nowhere to go again. 5 carries for 19 yards. Stop telling me about DeAndre White. I know he's hurt. I see the corners pressing. They look like they're really keying in on the run. Let's see if we can beat him over the top with a big play, maybe. Oh, I probably should have thrown that to Hayes. And Stokes missed him. Montgomery did have separation. I know DeAndre White's injured. Please stop telling me. And it's going to be 3rd and 9 now because Stokes just missed him on that play. Dang it. Probably should have thrown that to Hayes down the right sideline. Boy, this is really going to turn into a defensive struggle if I can't keep the offense on the field. And I don't trust my defense is going to hold up forever against Navy and their goofy offense. So we're going to try and fit that to Montgomery. It's going to be intercepted. That corner was kind of waiting in that area. I just tried to make something happen. Instead, it's another turnover. Oh my gosh. Is this the most breaking news in the world that DeAndre White has a foot sprain? Good grief. And this time just coming out in the pistol kind of wing formation here as we still see the running back as a flanker. And this time it doesn't go anywhere. Oh my god. What is this, 5 or 6 times they've gotten the DeAndre White notification? Thank you. I know. Oh, a great job by Nehemiah King to bring Horvath down to the backfield. Hey, did you guys know that DeAndre White had a foot sprain? 3rd and 13. These are the situations you want to put Navy in because they're just not very likely to be able to convert them. Horvath drops back, throws it. Intercepted! I think that's Keyshawn Thomas, the free safety. It is. And that's a big turnover. We're getting the ball at about the 40-yard line. Horvath, his first mistake of the game, but what do you expect from a guy who only throws it like 20 times in a whole season? Oh, hey, breaking news. DeAndre White has a foot sprain. Will return soon. Stokesy still on the field. I guess. Wow, maybe we're just not going to see McAllister at any point the rest of this game. Do we need to like check on him? Hey, DeAndre White has a foot sprain. I don't know if you guys knew that. I feel like we need to check if he's going to actually have not celebrations, coaching. I need to see if McAllister's actually got that big of a problem. Okay, so DeAndre White's going to be out for 2 quarters. The player's injury is too serious. We know. We keep hearing about it. Okay, so wait, McAllister's not even showing up on here. So is he good or is he not? He's still listed as our starting quarterback. Oh, his risk of injury is listed as severe. So even though he could probably come back in the game, that's probably holding him out of the game then. Okay. I guess it's Stokes' show now. 2nd and 11, just got out of the 2-minute timeout. So this first half is starting to wind down here. And we still... Gosh dang, Stokes is... I kind of rolled him into the... DeAndre White's hurt. I kind of rolled him into the pressure a little bit, so that is on me. But it's a rough go through the air for him in this game. 3rd and 11. I mean, we're just hoping anything can work here. Gonna try and hit Montgomery there. And that is a completion. Kentrell Stokes is first of maybe his entire career, I think. And DeAndre White's injured. And it is a big one. A huge 3rd down conversion. We're in field goal range now as this first half is starting to draw to a close. Good to see Jalen Brooks back on the field. He does have some wear and tear, though, so hopefully... All right, they do stay on him, so Stokes is able to keep it. He only gets one, though. Oh, my gosh. If they show me this notification about DeAndre White one more time, I'm going to flip my lid. Okay, let's see if we can use Stokes' mobility to our advantage here. We're going to run a little sprint right pass. And that is a nice open receiver for him. Shane Wallace got free on the little out route. Oh my gosh, DeAndre White has a foot sprain. And let's see, the clock did stop, so he did get out of bounds there. We're going to bring out the option play because y'all know I love running the option in the red zone. Ooh, that time I should have handed it off. And as a result, didn't get anywhere. Another injury. The injury bug's got everybody in this game. He's got him. Shane Wallace, touchdown! Kentrell Stokes, his first passing touchdown of his career. And it is a big one to put us up late in the first half against Navy. There's Stokes is the first guy to Wallace as well to celebrate with him. Love to see that kind of camaraderie from the teammates. DeAndre White still has a foot sprain. It's going to be a 7-point lead if this goes in, and it does. 10-3, Marlins lead. They're still coming out in the flex bone, but with a minute left in the half, I have to imagine they're throwing here, right? They do run a play action, but they sweep it to the running back, and it's not going to go anywhere. 2nd and 10. And yeah, now they're going to run no huddle. Start trying to get some chunk plays here, I assume, as they come out in the shotgun with two running backs split out wide. Horvath tried to take off, and it went away before I could see it, but that was a good stop by the defender. 3rd and 9, back in the flex bone formation for Navy. 49 seconds left, only one timeout. They just hand it to the fullback, and he's going to get the first down and a lot more. I believe that's Alex Tesha down the sideline. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It is Alex Tesha. And that's a huge gain for Navy, and now they're definitely going to get aggressive. Make the handoff to the fullback, flip it over to Eli Heidenreich, I believe is his name. He's a heck of a player, and I'm surprised we haven't seen more from him in this game so far, actually. Maybe I got his first name wrong, but his last name's definitely Heidenreich. Just a straight drop back for Navy, not something you see very often. Horvath dancing around, couldn't find anybody. They have to burn their last timeout as there's only 12 seconds left all of a sudden. And we'll see what they do here. It's 2nd and 18. Horvath gets the snap, drops back over the middle. Oh no, I was right there. I knew that's where they were going, and I just didn't get there in time. And instead they are going to have a chance here. Are they going to spike it? It looks like they are. They're going to line up, they're going to spike it, and they're going to kick a field goal here at the end of the first half. We'll see if maybe we can do something miraculous and get a block. But it looks like it will be a 10-6 game if it goes in. And it does. Beautiful kick from Navy's kicker. And that is going to do it for the first half. Freeport Tech leads Navy 10-6. Feels good to have a lead at any point, but especially going against a team like Navy that loves to just run the ball and chew the clock. It's nice to make them kind of have to come from behind. I forgot who started with the ball in this game. I'm now feeling a little worse about things knowing that Navy is going to be starting with the ball here. As Horvath with a keeper. That is a disgusting spin move for a quarterback, and he gets 7. I feel a little unsettled by the fact that Navy's coming out in some shotgun sets here early in this drive, as that's actually broken up by Levi Chambers. A beautiful job there, and it's going to be 3rd and 3. Again, out of the shotgun. I don't know why Navy's gone away from their flex bone on this drive, but we'll see how it does for him, and that's a huge... I had already started my sentence about that being a huge play because he burnt the defender, but Horvath missed him. I'm shocked. Stokes is still on the field for Freeport Tech, so I'm honestly just assuming McAllister's not playing the rest of this game. Oh, what a cut by Stokes to kind of cut it back inside the defender and somehow get a nice 10-yard gain for first down. Nice run. Another keeper for Stokes. Nowhere to really go. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. We're going to try another sprint out play. See if we can get his athleticism going, and that's an interception. I tried to kind of fit that in, but the route Montgomery ran did not bode well for that attempt. I probably should have just thrown that away or looked somewhere else. Oh gosh, here we go. Back at it with the power eye, I think is what this formation's called. And Heidenreich gets it, but there's nowhere to go. He loses 2. Man, our defense is doing a good job for the most part against their goofy running offense here. Play action by Horvath. Flips it out to the right. Overran the play there with number 98. I think that's Easton Burke. And it's going to be 3rd and short now for the Midshipmen. 3rd and 2. Horvath drops back under duress. Briggs gets in there and hits the quarterback. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Chambers fields his punt, gets past the first wave, gets down the left sideline. He's got the edge, only the punter to beat. And the punter does force him out of bounds, but at the 38-yard line, a huge return from Levi Chambers. That's so massive when our offense is struggling, especially with Stokes unable to really pass the ball. We're going to see if we can kind of surprise him here with a pass on 1st down. It looks like we have a potential hit there. Oh my gosh, what a catch. Zach Montgomery with the diving catch. Huge play there. Holy crap. He laid all the way out to bring that one in. I mean, that is comfortably a catch of the year candidate there by Montgomery on that play. Holy crap. As Brooks, there was a lane there and I couldn't get him through it. He was determined to run right into his lineman's butt there instead. I would love to run option here, but if you see here, Stokes is starting to feel it a bit in terms of wear and tear. I do not want to burn him out, so we're going to try and run the ball with our running backs instead, but Navy's just all over it, not letting it happen. I want to be aggressive, but I also don't want to do anything stupid because we could kick a field goal here. I just don't want to. We're just going to throw it short. Montgomery's got the catch. Can't get any further than that. It's going to be 4th and 4. Why on earth is it suggesting that we go for this? Is there something wrong with our kicker? I don't see why we wouldn't just kick this. It's 4th and 4. We're on their like 18-yard line. Yeah, we're gonna kick this. I'm not going for this. I'm not comfortable enough in Stokes at the helm to pull that off. Kick is up and kick is good. Great kick there from Grant Sullivan to make it a 13-6 ball game. A 7-point lead for the Marlins, and let's see if we can hold on to it. Our defense has played quite well up until this point. A few big plays for Navy, but for the most part, we've kept them kind of in check. And man, Wyatt Foster did everything he could to keep that play from going anywhere. He was our only line of defense, and he somehow played the quarterback and the running back. Another option run for Horvath, and Briggs is there to bring down Heidenreich behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9. They actually ran an option, and it's going to work. Horvath wide open up the middle. He broke that tackle. Fortunately, Deion Carter was there to keep him from scoring. Gosh dang it, man. That's so frustrating to get into that situation and then let him run for a 1st down. Start of the 4th quarter now. Still holding on to a 13-6 lead. Navy trying to tie this game back up. Briggs got right in there, and it doesn't matter. Levi Chambers gets beat. And that looks like it's going to be a touchdown unless he can chase him down, and he can't. I was just talking about how well the defense has played, and they gave up a huge touchdown to Hutchison, the receiver. And Navy's going to be able to tie this thing up right here at the start of the 1st quarter. Gosh dang it, man. We were in control of this game, and then boom, one big play, and it's over. It's a tie game now. That's just how these service academy schools are, though. They'll lull you in. They'll run the ball a lot. You'll feel pretty good about it because they're not doing anything too much. And then, boom, they hit you with a huge play for a touchdown. That's how it works in real life, and that's evidently how it works in this game, too. We got to try and get points back. I do not want to give them the ball back in a tie game situation. As Stokes gets the ball here and does fight ahead for the 1st down. Wear and tear and all, he's still fighting. I got Brooks. Brooks is there. A play action jet sweep to Montgomery, and Brooks gets open down the field for a huge play through the air. Travis Miller gets it on the jet touch pass. Does manage to get the edge. I thought that lineman was going to chase him down, but he manages to avoid that and get 2. Man, just nowhere to go again. Brooks loses 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Trying to get it to Brooks. He makes the catch. Can he get the first? No, he can't. Navy gets him on the ground. It's going to bring up 4th and 2. And, yeah, we're just going to take the points. We're going to get the lead. And we're going to feel good about it, hopefully, assuming we can get this to go in. This kicking meter's moving quite fast, though, so I'm not the most optimistic about this. Kick is up, and kick is good. Right down the middle for Sullivan. Gets Freeport Tech the lead back, and now we got to lean on the defense once more with just over 3.5 minutes left. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to bump it up, don't you know, pump it up. And Briggs right there to stop the fullback in his tracks. Navy actually bringing out a 6th offensive lineman for this formation on the left side of the line there. It's another sweep option, and it's not going to go anywhere. I couldn't tell who that was. Jaheim Bennett, it looks like, getting a tackle there. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Navy. Absolutely massive play for the defense here. Just over 2.5 minutes left. And it's a handoff to Heidenreich. He is going to get close, but Jace Nolan throws him down, and they're going for it. They're saying screw it. This is the game for them. 4th and 5. Just over 2 minutes left. Got to have the stop here. Horvath drops back, looks over the middle. He's got, I don't know if it is Hutchinson, the same guy who just had the long touchdown pass. Barely gets the first down, and Navy's drive is still alive here. It's going to bring us to the 2-minute timeout. Navy down 3, but still alive. Here we go. What is Navy going to try and do here? I can't imagine. What? Okay, I don't know what that was. Game just glitched on Navy, and they got screwed for it. But, 2nd and 15, I guess? What the crap was that? I have never seen that before. That is a first. This time it works. It's a handoff to the fullback, and he manages to get 5 back to the original line of scrimmage. And this is going to now bring up 3rd and 10 for Navy. I feel kind of gross if that glitch ends up helping us win this game. But at the same time, I won't complain too much about it. That brings up 4th and 5. They're running no huddle. I mean, this could very easily be the game if we can stop them on this play here. Only a minute left. They're starting to get into run out of time situation. Horvath running for his life. Nowhere to go. He's going down. Sacked by Zaylin Harris. And that is almost going to be the game. If we get one single first down, I think we win. It's just going to be a matter of can we run it against them. They know we're running the ball. They got all 3 of their timeouts still to use. Can we do it? There's one timeout. 2-yard gain for Jalen Brooks. Brooks again. There was a little seam there. He couldn't hit it fast enough, though. It also wasn't a very big hole. I mean, I was just looking for anything. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. What do I want to do here? Do I go aggressive or do I just run it again? Unfortunately, I just have no faith in Stokes throwing the ball. So we're just going to run it again to Brooks. It's wear and tear starting to get to him. Hopefully it doesn't kill him on this play. 3rd and 7. Get the first down. Dang it. There was a lane to the left, and I ran into the blocker instead. And that's going to bring up 4th and 4. Why the frick is it telling me to go for it? Are they serious? Why would I go for this? Shouldn't I just kick the field goal? I mean, I guess if I kick the field goal, that gives me a 6-point lead. But they have no timeouts, and they'll have like 45 seconds left to try and run the field. Or I can go for it, and then they still have no timeouts. They get the ball at like the 12, and okay, you know what? I kind of forgot where we were. With us only being at the 12, I can definitely see the argument for why we should go for this. It is only 4th and 4, but I do not know if I trust Stokes to throw this ball. Well, you know what? We're getting the coach suggestions to go for it. I'm going to say that this is our OC telling us that this is the play, so we're going to trust them. I'm calling timeout. There, I was running out of time there. We're going to call timeout, rethink this. Okay, what? I called timeout, and now it's telling us to kick the field goal? What'd you think about it? And you're like, yeah, actually we should do this. And yeah, okay, fine. We'll kick the stupid field goal. We don't want to have a situation where they can get one lucky play and get a field goal and tie it and go to overtime. So it's gonna be all or nothing for Navy on this drive. They can get a touchdown, an extra point, and win, or they can come up short. We've got a 19-13 lead here on the road. This will be a huge win for us if we can pull this out. Navy gonna try to return it on the. Oh, that's going nowhere. That's even worse for them. Now they're starting at the 12. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got throwbacks to the 2021 Michigan-Ohio State game every time you hear that song. It's going to be a quick hitter for Horvath. Nolan throws him down and then strikes the arms crossed pose after doing it. Time is ticking. Are they going to spike it? It looks like they're going to spike it here. They are. So it's going to go 3rd and 1, just under 30 seconds left. Horvath drops back, looking to screen over to the left side to the receiver. He's going to get out of bounds. Dang it, we could not bring him down. 24 seconds left. They're at the 33. Horvath drops back, looking over the middle. Oh my gosh, it's dropped. The receiver just dropped it. That was an easy completion, probably a first down, and he just dropped it. 21 seconds left now. Again, Navy needs a touchdown. They can't settle for a field goal here. Oh my gosh. I was right there, and I dropped behind the linebacker when I tried to make a play on the ball. And time is ticking for them. They're going to spike it again. 12 seconds left. They got time for probably one more play, and then they got to throw it to the end zone. Horvath drops back. He's looking. Throws it short to Heidenreich. I don't think that's going to work. I think they're going to run out of time here. 3, 2, 1. That's going to do it. Navy ran out of time. Horrible decision by Horvath to throw it short of the sticks. And Freeport Tech is going to get a huge conference win on the road against the Midshipmen. Kentrell Stokes is the player of the game. With that completion percentage, I can't believe they would even say that. But there he is celebrating with his teammates. Wow, what a win for the Marlins. These Service Academy schools are always tough to play against. Getting a win against one always feels good. Ultimately, we got the lead on them, and we were able to keep the pressure on them, and we forced them into some 3rd and longs, and that's the kind of things you got to do against a team like that loves to run the ball. What a performance by the team. I mean, there's a lot to be desired. There's no doubt about that. But, overall, we got the win, so I'm going to talk highly about my team here. McAllister left the game with an injury and never came back, so hopefully he's okay. Had 1 completion for 4 yards on 2 attempts. And Kentrell Stokes, 9 for 19, 47% completions, 110 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Very, very rough for him through the air. But this is why we've stuck with McAllister as our starter. He's obviously the better passer, and, the quarterback has to be able to pass the ball. So I liked Stokes' legs, though. Made a lot of plays with his legs. In fact, let's take a look at the rushing stats now that we're thinking about it. So, yeah, Stokes is our leading rusher, 9 carries for 72 yards. That's very good for a quarterback. Obviously, those are mostly on option plays and scrambling around on pass plays. Jalen Brooks, though, 13 carries for only 20 yards. That is brutal. I mean, that is not going to be good enough out of the running back spot. I don't know if our O-line is struggling or if the teams we're playing against are keying in on the run, especially after McAllister got hurt. I think I said a similar thing against Charlotte, though, where, maybe Charlotte's defense was really keying in on the run. I think at some point it just comes down to our run game just isn't very good. The O-line just can't really block, and the running backs can't hit the holes. I do feel like Brooks struggled with his vision, kind of hitting the right gaps and stuff like that. I feel like there were lanes for him to have some nice carries, and he just wasn't hitting them. Marquise Taylor did get 1 carry for 0 yards, and McAllister took 1 sack for 10. That was the one that I believe he fumbled on, and that was why he ended up getting injured on that play. So not great from him or anyone in the run game for that matter. Jalen Brooks ended up being our leading receiver on the game. He had, of course, a huge one on one of our last few drives, 33-yarder to really put us in a position. I think it was in the position to take the lead. Yeah, I think it was the drive where we were tied at 13, and then he helped set up the field goal to go up 16-13. So great job from the running back. Nice to see him get involved in the passing game. Zach Montgomery, 4 for 44, continues to be dependable. Shane Walls, 2 for 22, and 1 touchdown, of course. Kentrell Stokes is first of his career to the tight end, and Travis Miller 1 for 2. That was a little jet touch pass. As you can see, no one else really got involved in the passing game. No other receivers got involved. Tanner Brooks was held without a catch, so nothing for Dalton, nothing for Hayes. It's if if McAllister keeps getting hurt, or if we ultimately decide to go with Stokes, I unfortunately think we could see more stat lines like this because Stokes is struggling through the air, to put it lightly. Not great all around. Holy crap, Taekwon Reed at 7 pancakes. God dang. You'd feel like if he was doing that, our run game would have been more effective, but whatever. No sacks given up, and pancakes all around, including one for the tight end, Shane Wallace. How about that? Defensively, we had, oh my gosh, Landon Briggs had 10 tackles. I mean, only 2 of them were solo tackles, but that is ridiculous performance for the middle linebacker. That's why he's one of that's why he's one of our best players, for sure. He also had 4 TFLs, which is crazy. We really did a very, very good job stopping that triple option attack. Lots of TFLs, lots of stuffs at the line of scrimmage. They still had plenty of big runs, including a huge one for Horvath that went for like 60 yards. But nice to see the defense actually step up to the occasion. Zaylon Harris and Nehemiah King also had 2. It's nice to call Zaylon Harris's name. I think he's our best player on the edge. He's only 64 overall, but it's nice to see him kind of make some plays because he's been pretty quiet here to start this series. And then Easton Burke and Zaylon Harris each with a sack on the game, and of course Keyshawn Thomas with that one huge interception as well. I also would love to give a shout out to our kicker, Grant Sullivan, who was massive in this game. Perfect 4 for 4 along a 43. He needed to be on in this game, and he was. So shout out to Grant Sullivan, who was a huge reason why we were able to win this game. All right, we leveled up again, and that's going to be another 10 coaching credits for Coach Ropey, so we'll have to add to that. I think I'm actually going to add it to linebackers because we need a number of linebackers in this class. We've only got the one we're kind of going after right now, but linebacker is going to be a pretty big position for us in this recruiting cycle, although so is offensive line. We could put it in offensive line as well, but we've already got, 2 guards we're going after, 1 tackle we're going after, so I kind of don't have a ton to do in that situation, or in that position group right now. So I think I'm going to go linebacker because I know there's one outside linebacker on my recruiting board that I haven't put any points into scouting yet that I'm going to want to take a look at because I'd like to add some better linebackers to our room. So I'm going to put it into linebacker for now. I may regret that just because it's kind of a weird position. It's not one I normally prioritize over any of the other 4 that I haven't quite gotten to fully scout yet, but I've already got a corner and safety I'm going after. I don't have any defensive linemen that I'm going after yet, really, but it's not a huge need for us. Running back, I'm going after Caesar, and I've got, I forgot the other guy's name, Bickley or something. He's kind of the backup option. And then O-line, I've already got 3 guys I'm going after. So we're going to put in linebacker for now, and then our next upgrade will be able to upgrade 2 at once, so that will be huge. I completely forgot to read the headline, but sweet victory. Freeport Tech records an early conference victory over Navy. Yes, feels good to get our first conference win of the season. It was far from a guarantee that we'd even get one at all in this first season. So it feels nice to get one, particularly on the road. I mean, winning on the road is always tough in college football, so a nice win for the team. We'll sim on ahead, see if we can maybe get some recruiting updates to end this episode, and that'll be it. Not much to talk about. Antonio Bickley has reached his top 8. That's the only update we have this week. I was really hoping for a commitment at this point. I mean, we're in week 6 for crying out loud, and we don't have a single commitment yet. That's a little bit worrying. Oh boy, we're not really closing the gap on Emmanuel Caesar, and Sam Houston did get him in for a visit week 8, and we can't get him in for a visit before that. I don't know, man. We may need to consider bowing out of the Caesar sweepstakes, and that would free up about 50 points. I don't know if I really want to prioritize Bickley just because I mean, 89 speed is good. 87 change of direction is good too. That's very, very close to the kind of player that Caesar is as well. But Caesar's also a little bit, well, he's a little taller. Bickley actually weighs a little more. So, I don't know. Maybe, I'll kind of think on this, and we'll do it at the start of the next episode, but I was hoping we'd be able to close the gap on Sam Houston a little better, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. Maybe his Those playing styles F. Playing time is one of them too. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think on it, and we'll decide in the next episode what we want to do with him. All right, that is going to do it for us this week. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We got our second win of the season, which is awesome. Sitting at 2-3. We got Florida Atlantic coming to town next week, and it's going to be a big game because we have a visitor, Devon Tam, that offensive lineman we've been going after. And it's going to be a huge visit for us if we want to win that recruitment. So hopefully we can come out with a win and impress them on the visit, but we'll have to see next week. Thank you again for joining me. Love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see all y'all in my next episode. Later, y'all.